Welcome to the Billionaire Code. And as a Billionaire, this is one of the places I shine. You will learn the principles behind building ultimate leverage and how to be sovereign in a global system. This isn't about hustling harder, it is about thinking like the very few who have created empires, my fellow billionaires. If you're ready to play the real game of wealth, then you are in the right place. Now, leverage is the billionaire's superpower. And it comes in 5 forms. Capital leverage, using other people's money. People leverage, hiring, partnerships, or organizational scale. Code leverage, systems or softwares and AI that scale without cost. Media leverage, one message reaching millions instantly. Time leverage, creating systems that work while you sleep. Billionaires stack all 5. Billionaires don't think linearly, they think asymmetrically. They ask, how can I create or how do I create a system that produces $10,000 for every $1 of effort or $100 of risk? This mindset creates asymmetric upside and avoid symmetric traps like trading time for money. Billionaires attract capital because they move with conviction. They understand capital as energy, speak the language of returns and risk-adjusted upside, create vehicles for capital like ventures, funds, and mergers and acquisition platforms. Conviction backed by structure is what capital chases. Most people play as individuals. Billionaires build institutions. They think in decades, not days. Systematize growth. Replace themselves in operations early. Use legal structures to compound generational power. You don't just make money, you institutionalize it. Now, here's the formula. Leverage times asymmetry times institutional thinking times time equals billionaire trajectory. Let me repeat it. Leverage times asymmetry times institutional thinking times time is how you build unstoppable momentum. Now, let's move to what it means to be sovereign in a global system. What does it mean to be sovereign? When your money is monitored, your data is mined, and your future is dictated by people or forces you don't even vote for. In a global system where power is increasingly centralized, true sovereignty is rare and incredibly valuable. Let's decode what real sovereignty means and how you can reclaim it. And as always, this is not to bash the problem or situation. It is to first accept the situation and provide solutions to it. It is useless always talking about a situation or a problem without even trying to suggest solutions. So, our finances are tied to central banks. Our health decisions are nudged by corporate interest. Our information is filtered through algorithms. Our mobility is dictated by international policy. You are free as long as you obey the system. And quite honestly, that isn't sovereignty, that is conditional participation. True sovereignty is the ability to self-govern, to make independent choices without coercion or dependency. It comes in 5 layers. Financial sovereignty. Can you preserve and grow your wealth outside the system? Intellectual sovereignty. Can you think without ideological capture? Digital sovereignty. Do you control your data presence and privacy? Physical sovereignty. Can you move, build, and defend what is yours? Strategic sovereignty. Can you make long-term decisions without needing permission? Now, the global system wasn't built for your sovereignty. It was built for interdependence. And dependence makes control easier. Global finance centralizes risk and regulation. Supply chains increase fragility. Supranational organizations create policies beyond borders. Surveillance tech is global, not national. The more global things become, the less individual sovereignty remains, unless you opt out strategically. Now, here is how billionaires, founders, and forward thinkers are reclaiming their sovereignty, holding assets in multiple regions, acquiring second passport and residencies, storing wealth in non-sovereign assets like gold or Bitcoin, owning digital infrastructure. I'm talking about domains, servers, code, homeschooling, self-educating, deprogramming, building businesses not dependent on centralized gatekeepers. Sovereignty is now a personal operating system, not a political right. You don't have to wait for a government or a revolution. Sovereignty starts with how you earn, what you learn, where you live, and who controls your time. Ask yourself, can you disappear from the system without falling apart? If the lights went out tomorrow, would you still be in control? If the answer is no, it is time to upgrade your operating system. And this goes for all of us, at least those who want to make a change. Sovereignty isn't about isolation, it is about interdependence, intercomplexity. The new rich, the new powerful, the truly free will be sovereign players. On a global scale, most people never learned these principles, but you just did. Now it is your move. If you're building something massive, I want to hear about it. Subscribe, share this with someone who thinks like you. And remember, in a world of control, sovereignty is the ultimate rebellion. And you don't need to be born rich. You just need to learn how wealth really works.